Good evening, everyone.
Working on the cropping. Sorry, there's a bit of an issue here. Alright, we good to go?
I am ready.
Right,
I believe... Sorry, go ahead.
Quickly asking if the runners are ready, and then we good to go.
Excellent. And good evening, Fox.
Hello.
Looks like we're going to get to present the Oracle of Seasons randomizer to our marathon today.
Yep.
This is exciting to me because we don't see this randomizer often in runs.
Yeah, it's the Oracle randomizers have been on the down low for a little while. This is my first time commentating for them on ZSR, and this will be a treat. Probably most people who watch ZSR are more familiar with me commentating Majora's Mask Randomizer. If you aren't aware, I played the Oracle randomizers first, and I'm actually better at them. I'm probably best at Oracle of Ages compared to like all the randomizers I played. And yes, Fiery is correct. We used to have a weekly Oracle of Seasons randomizer on ZSR.
Indeed. That was a while ago, and we had to stop because Foy couldn't commentate anymore. That's basically the reason.
Oh. We lost our commentator?
That was basically it.
And we still have weekly races for this, just we don't get restreams on them at this point.
Alright, we have a quick delay. There was a bit of a miscommunication between the runners and us, so we're still waiting for the seed, but it's gonna be here any second. So don't worry, it's gonna be right there.
I guess we can talk a little bit about what to expect of them.
That's a lot to unpack right there. So the beginning's gonna. So this randomizer's got a very streamlined beginning. There's only one item available at the start in the Hero's Cave, and then from there it opens from that. a couple of things about this randomizer is that currently, for like the main randomizer, heart pieces in the overworld are not shuffled. So like any of those freestanding heart pieces, those are not shuffled whatsoever. And like some other things aren't shuffled, I think, too, that are in the overworld. And those are like the big things that aren't shuffled there. Yeah, overworld gashes, that's right.
I believe our runners agreed on playing this seed with Dungeon Shuffle and Subrosia Portal Shuffle as well.
So those are pretty much standard for like weekly races. You just have dungeon entrances shuffled amongst themselves, so you have to beat all 8 dungeons in order to beat the game in each seed, and having the entrances shuffled generally gives you more variety with your seeds. And then the portals, we're gonna have random portals to entering and exiting Subrosia. So if you were here for the speed run, saw the normal entrances for Subrosia, those are gonna be shuffled. So we shall see where they go to, and it's definitely gonna be a major factor with how the seed plays out. It's looking like currently doesn't have the right one, the right seed.
Yeah, it'll be a quick minute.
Yep, sub. You can get sub 2 if you're good enough off this randomizer. You definitely can get sub 2.
Yeah. This is not different seeds. We just had a mistaken patch, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite literally what's going on.
Alright, while we're waiting, just quickly let me talk about why we're here. We're gathering donations for ZSRM for the Pank One Network, which is a charity organization devoted to finding out more and researching pancreatic cancer to learn more about possible treatment options, possible ways of making treatment easier, life of patients better, and how to drive the science and also innovation in that field forward. And we are really happy to work with them. We're at $8,220. Let's make this 5 digits. You can win amazing prizes. There's still a few incentives open as well. You will get a lot out of it. And yeah, we are pretty much good to go. Sorry for the quick break. I had to figure out the seed stuff first. Sometimes that just happens. And now we're pretty much good to go, so enjoy.
Okay. Yep. Looks like Fo now has the right seed, so we'll be able to get set up.
We are just getting started here in a minute.
So, alright, well, we're off. So, another thing that we should mention is that this randomizer does not have hints. So, if we kind of just have to find the items and get them throughout the seed.
And the season starts for everywhere but Horon Village are randomized for each region. As we can see, we have spring here at the western coast.
So yeah, don't go 2 screens to the east and get ambushed by that gold dark nut right there. So.
More interestingly, we have default fall up at North Horon, which means...
Oh, we could have a starting feather. That's right.
Yeah, this could be a starting feather seed.
And we do have a starting feather.
Oh, this is fun. Normally, with most of our runs, we have a item to get rid of that bush to drop into Hero's Cave again, but this time we have to go back up to North Horon and get the chest on the island.
What is Merchant's Loot? Okay. Well, Fiery almost called it.
Yeah, almost. That gives us access to breaking bushes, at least.
That gives us access to the one other item in Hero's Cave.
Which is the small key, so we have to get something out of the vanilla wood sword chest.
Oh, that's not good. That's a bracelet. So, depending on the season, we may have access to eastern suburbs right now. If it's spring over in eastern suburbs.
First, we get to see how long it takes the runners to get fall here in Horon Village. Because this is still a random season every time you enter.
Yeah, and this checks in logic once you have a bracelet. Oh!
Oh boy. That's fistring.
And that's a floodgate key in the shop. That's required.
Oh boy. So fistring is not a logical weapon, but it's logical access to seeds once we have something to hold them.
It looks like everybody's going north, so...
And there's our ember seeds up in the North Horon Holodrum Plain tree.
Oh, this is not gonna be good either. Sometimes the enemies can be pretty rude in the overworld, especially because, like, a lot of it's so RNG heavy. You have to deal with that. So, Julion's going east, and I think both Mashy and Pho are going west. And there's one check up here. You can't go... Alright, well, it's Vanilla Summer and Sunken City. And it's Summer and... Wow, that's summer at the Spool Swap. So once we have access to that floodgate key, that means we have access to the dungeon up there.
Yeah. And we have our first season. We have a spring season rod.
Gosh, there's your access to eastern suburbs. Okay. So unfortunately, Speedrun took the wrong route to get the right item. This one's guaranteed over here on the left. So... Okay, the save warp was a good way back. Mashy's at a quarter heart. That's not great either.
Especially with these P hats here on this next screen. But got favorable spawns for him this time.
Gotta get through this one other screen. Oh, okay, just going into Buenos just to be safe.
Yeah, because if he died, he goes all the way back to the Floodgate house. Which is not ideal.
Oh. What a huge setback for dying right there. This is like the exact start that you don't like to get. It's a very big back and forth from here.
Yeah. Because of the early check limitations, we have a tendency to get some back and forth seeds sometimes. But once we get some items, the divergence is where it gets interesting.
Like, Mashy's opting to check the tree here. I didn't remark, but it was Ember Seeds here?
I believe this one was Mysteries.
Oh yeah, this one was Mysteries.
Embers, I believe, are the Holodrum Plane.
Yeah, that's right.
At the moment, we don't know what our default seeds are.
If you want some... Like, if you want, like, something annoying, it's gonna be like rupees over here. Well, we're gonna see what our first dungeon is. This one's freely open. And it's Dungeon 8. Because... Sure.
Why wouldn't it be Dungeon 8?
Because
Okay.
Go ahead.
We do have Gale seeds and Pegasus seeds. That's better than some seeds we've played.
That's true. Yeah, you can get Gale Seeds up in Tarm Ruins, and then you're without Gale Seeds for like the entire seed.
But we have a vanilla Eastern Suburbs portal.
So, few checks here. Like quite a few things are open.
We just have to dance first to get an item out of the dancing hall.
Just gotta wait to see the others get their way around here.
We just had a full loop of the dance hall.
Wait, how many rupees was that? Because that's very significant.
That was a 20 rupee.
Okay, so that's 20. So that opens up Blano in logic and just that.
Yeah. For us to get bombs, we'd need 10 more, because
Yes.
this randomizer actually keeps rupee counts in the logic.
That's a heart container right there. Heart containers are really nice to get. Often, sometimes you can have meme seeds where you don't get them early. And but they don't really contribute to much for the like the progression and everything. Not sure what Fo's doing. He's actually fighting like everything here.
I'm not quite certain, because we haven't gotten bombs yet for our inventory, so moblins can't drop them yet. And we have a rusty bell in the Temple of Seasons.
Well, you probably should forge that before you leave now. That's another item that grants access to a dungeon, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. So we won't have like full access to it for a little bit until we find the pirate captain's spot. By however means we can get there. There's our first gaseous seed of this one.
Gaseous seeds are useful, right?
Right. They're useful if you're playing casually, if you want some goodies, but not if you're wanting to proceed through the rest of the seed.
And as expected, Mashy is going back to turn that bell in and get a not rusty bell.
Yep, and Fiery pointing out in chat that you really are hoping that the market portal gives village, otherwise you're gonna make the long trip around.
Yeah. That would be a useful portal to have.
Because the only thing that's open progression-wise is Blano, and having to do the long trip back is definitely a possibility right now.
It absolutely is. And we have a few rupees sitting on the shop.
Actually, just double chat. Yeah, tree warp is off. Alright, what do we got?
We got the village.
Wow, they got lucky.
I think they're all going to be happy with this to avoid having to go the long way around.
Can I quickly jump in and just read one quick donation?
Absolutely, Trez.
Yep.
Sure, thank you. Diesla, thank you so much for $100, saying a cause very close to my heart. Fantastic work by all the runners and organizers raising money for such an important cause. Thank you so much for being here and so much for donating. It means the world to us. Also, thank you to Cops Rule who rated earlier. I missed it. Shoutouts to you, buddy. Back to you
You're gonna
guys.
see bomb jumps from both in here. And they got bailed out for getting these bombs out of logic by getting more rupees. So now they have to go to Bueno to get what they actually need to grab.
Yes, they do. But we now have bombs, which is useful for opening other entrances. Especially if we can find... There's at least one dungeon where early bombs are useful.
Oh, definitely. I'm thinking either flippers or slingshot.
Flippers or seed access, I would agree. Or the money to buy the bombs. And you have to go back to Sunken City. Or bombs to go back to Sunken City, because the star-shaped ore is a bomb pack.
Your bomb access! Amazing!
I'll admit, I didn't expect the star-shaped ore bombs to be our logical first bombs. What about you?
Me neither.
If I remember right, this puts one check in logic, too. And that is taking Dimitri up the waterfall and getting the chest by the Master Diver.
Yeah, this has been a string of one-check spheres.
The seed has to open up soon, right?
You'd think.
I think we're running out of one-check spheres we can make at this point. There's our seed satchel.
Okay. Alright, so...
Which is our floodgate key.
Yeah, that's our floodgate key access.
It's also worth noting, during the donation we read, we did see what our default tree is, and it is mysteries. So we have Tarm-locked scent seeds.
That's probably not one that they aren't too they don't mind at all.
About the worst part of not having them is you don't have scents for Goma if we have to do an early D4.
That is true. Mashy's rushing right to those Gale Seeds.
And I bet Mashy takes the warp to go get Pegasus and Ember real quick now, too.
The nice thing, though, is now that they have a satchel, they can actually start moving fast.
We like Pegasus seeds in this community.
Yeah, it's really not too great to go an entire seed without Pegasus seeds, but it can happen.
I've seen the rare seed where you don't get a satchel, so... And Mashy stopping in at these old men houses under trees, because that's the Ember Seeds put those rupees into logic, which means we can get our floodgate key.
I think we're still in the midst of one-check spheres, because I don't think there's anything but the floodgate key.
That's correct.
So what, do we have D1 at D3 right now?
I'd say D1, maybe Can we do anything in D2?
We can do a... Yeah. Huh, I'm not...
We can get one check in front of D2, and I don't think dropping Ember Seeds is under normal logic. Fiery telling us that embers are weapons.
And that's why Mashy bought the shield, just in case we do have a D3 vanilla.
Yeah. Because, Heart has spike beetles.
D6 is also reasonable if we want to continue our one item chains, but...
D6 is at least 3 items.
Yeah, it's at least 3 items, yeah, that's right.
It's also likely to be keys, too. But we got a Dungeon 2.
Okay, so the item in question should be early.
It's not that one. And Mashy showing us why the fifth string for combat is not a logical check. A logical weapon. It's a very weak punch.
And we have a early compass, which is very much welcome. Compasses are useful. They're like the Link's Awakening compasses, so they will tell you where a key is.
And we pay attention to where keys show up in this game and how many keys we get.
And that's quite literally because the key logic, you can be locked out of items and keys. If this is not like a game where you have like all locations reachable, sometimes keys can be locked. And if there's an item locked left there, it's not in logic for the entire seed.
In the case of Dungeon 2 here, the check north of the Moblin and Rope Room, Magnetic Gloves is our item of logic. But the item a couple rooms back and to the north, there's 2 items back there, but they're behind a key door. That key door is locked by all 3 keys in this dungeon.
Like Shilon has a different idea, going to this other subversive portal.
And it's also a dungeon.
Alright, we got... And there's D1.
It's D1.
And actually, for reference, that had to be a key. Because you need 2 keys before opening the mini-boss door. So the other key in D2 is the next chest on the way to the mini-boss.
Which also means that if Dodongo doesn't have a key, the other key blocks are, in fact, out of logic.
Mm-hmm.
And Shieldon is showing us that the Rod of Seasons, in addition to knocking enemies back and change season, can kill undead enemies.
So we may find something important in here too. However, that's okay. All right. Be safe from taking more damage in that room. Don't want to get hit by a boomerang though. Forget if they. Alright, it wasn't a heart of damage.
manages to get the last moblin down, gets a heart drop, and that's a vanilla boss key for D1. Meanwhile, we have Facade showing up here in the mini boss room. It's a very simple fight.
Master's just going straight to the boss. It's probably just good to know if the last key is there, just so you can actually do like the rest of the dungeon and everything.
Because if this isn't the key, Mashy will just leave.
I'm surprised Mashy didn't flute too. With the flute, the Pole's voice in that room, they died to either bombs or sound. So using the flute with those 4 Pole's voices in that room is generally better.
And Dodongo is similar to other Dodongos in the series. You just feed him some bombs. They give him a little bit of a bloat.
Slingshot.
There's a slingshot, and there's 2 items left in the dungeon, but they're both behind the 3rd key.
So they're not in logic, so...
Which means, logically, they have no implications whatsoever.
Shieldon had to leave D1.
With a slingshot, but more importantly, we have the magnetic gloves. Because they were found in D2 as well.
The magnetic gloves, you really want to push this check over here in spring. So you make it spring and then you have access to this one check in the eastern suburbs.
And it's a treasure map. That's member shop.
Member shop for one of them? Okay.
If of my judgment, I saw only 2 of them right off, but they were member shop and D5 entrance.
I saw one at D7.
Oh boy. But I did miss what's at where the last one was. And Mashy is showing us what's inside the 8.
You can't...
Mashy will be breaking this with a hard logic trick.
Oh, just doing this check. Okay, I was like... Yeah, this is a hard logic trick. You can hit all 3 of these eye statues in quick succession. And get this chest without the hyper slingshot.
The spring banana.
Actually just paused. So you need to go to the portal. I think you gotta go to D1 right here.
I think so. But...
I forget, can It's because they don't have sense seeds. I'll go into this portal.
Magnet Glove is gonna go check what's through the furnace portal. Might even pick up Tower of Autumn here as well. Right. Now we see if we check the map again.
Gaseous seed right there.
And then Shieldon's going to the same area, but through the village portal.
Red ore in the back. Those in the back. Fortunately, no furnace today. Furnace is like one of the most annoying checks in the game. And a heart piece, okay.
Yeah. So we did... Nothing important was back there, like we said, but it's actually kind of nice to know that the furnace is not in play. I did miss if we checked what was through the portal at the furnace, but...
Mashy did not check it yet. It's stuck in Autumn Tower.
Fiery saying top of temple remains.
Oh, Mashy did check. I didn't see.
I believe Mashy used it as a save and quit point for picking up bomb flower as well. So.
Okay.
And we have a winter in Tower of Autumn.
Okay, go back to the portal because now with Gale Seeds in winter, that's in logic to get down to the other one.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it totally is.
So we could have a required trip to... Oh boy. I think that's going to be our pirate access.
I think so. And it's a toss-up on whether or not we're going to have to see hide and seek.
Ooh. Shieldon takes a death.
Shieldon did not go to just the dungeon right there.
Alright, and hide and seek.
Yep, we got seek.
Fox, this seed is fantastic.
Oh gosh, this is a mess already.
So, for those who aren't aware, hide and seek. If you go to that portal with no way to do a Pegasus cape jump, or I believe there's a Pegasus seedless bomb cape jump, You have to do the hide-and-seek sequence to get your feather back. And it takes, what, a minute and a half?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and if you have cape at all, you can skip it.
Yeah, but if we had cape at all, we'd be going somewhere else, too.
Yeah, when you have cape and Pegasus thieves, you can go pretty much most of the places around here with what we have. Thankfully, I think it's a blessing that they didn't have sense seeds available with this item layout, because that would imply that they could do combat with their slingshot right now.
Do embers not count for combat with your slingshot?
It's not as versatile as sense seeds is the thing. Whereas sense seeds, you can do like swordless D3 and like D1 and everything, and fight like bosses and stuff with just sense seeds.
Alright, the good news is, the randomizer has patched, so you don't need a shovel to get your feather back. So,
I guess the other question is,
are we getting
check
fist string? Okay, no, we're getting pot throw Bagunesu room.
I would like, gosh, this just looks like a pain right here.
I believe they agree with you. Mashy making sure to open that shortcuts for even more crossing the world capability.
Looks like Shieldon's on the right way through this.
Oh, we're getting Black Beast on the bottom here. Seventh try for the Ember effect out of Mystery Seeds. And Fist String, Mini Moldorm. This is a boss fight right here.
100 rupees.
And Pirate Portal is locked by the flippers.
Figures.
I believe that means we don't have to check the Mount Kuko portal, because I believe that leaves Volcano.
Oh, so that's either Flippers locked or like Cape and Shovel locked right now.
Yeah. And Mashy knows there's a member's card, a member shop trip coming up. So is picking up the 300 rupees outside this house.
Now Mashy's gonna get the 100 here.
For being 40 minutes in, we've had a very interesting lack of items, because we're missing several major access items, like flippers.
I think we have to go through Woods of Winter here.
I believe is the Pegasus feather jump to get to D7 in logic? I'm going to guess it is.
I think so. I actually opted to get more Pegasus seeds before going here. That's always a good idea.
Completely understandable. And
there's D3.
So...
Actually, you have Gale seeds.
Yeah. Yeah, Gale seeds are a thing. But I guess Embers work just as well with a shield. And I believe there's a jewel here as well, so...
Yeah, there is a jewel here.
Because we need all 4 jewels to get into Mount Tarm. Tarm Ruins. I still think of it as a mountain.
There are 5 items here, so apart from the jewel, there are 4 other checks.
And Shieldon's giving us Woods of Winter. The worst feeling here would be flippers showing up.
You're gonna have to bomb jump that.
Yeah. The 3... Crossing a 3-wide pit only works if the pit is a bottomless pit. If there's a liquid in it, the liquid takes precedence and sucks you in. There's our jewel.
There's a gaseous seed.
The enemy's being very unfriendly for letting Shieldon through.
Autumn.
And there's Autumn. That's D5 entrance.
Not without flippers, at least.
No, we have Winter.
Oh, we do have Winter.
So, decisions are causing some fun divergence here. And I believe we're about to get Dungeon 5 entrance from Shieldon. Just have to get past the ice, because sliding physics are fun. Which dungeon would you like to see here? And is it this one?
Oh gosh, so there's not much we can do here unless if the game wants to give us 3 keys. Okay, so that's... We have magnet gloves, so it really just depends. There are 3 more checks, and then if we get 2 keys, 1 more.
first we do the magnet glove check. The magnet ball check. And there's a small key. I believe that's our first small key in D3.
One small key in D6 as well. So then this one has to be the other key. 2 keys. 3 keys. Go and check the back of D6 where the vanilla boomerang chest is, because that's in logic.
Oh, we're getting the winter cave in School Swamp. And just the ribbon.
Gosh, that ain't good either. That's 2 checks in Subrosia.
There's our flippers in D6.
And alright, that's what the scene wanted us to get. So now the other runners need to get to D6 here.
Also, fist ring this mini boss.
This is not a pleasant thing to do. The fist ring does 1 damage, and I think they have... Do they have 7 or 8 health? I'm not entirely sure.
Master's Plaque. There's another check in Sunken City. There's 2 checks in Sunken City now because we can get the Summer Cave there. And Flippers is Mount Kuko access as well.
Yes. Yeah, this seed is pretty mean so far.
Also, I appreciate any seed that gives you a randomized Dungeon 6 entrance with a crystal. Or, excuse me, a randomized Dungeon 6 with a crystal in it. So, what weapon do you fight Mothula with?
Gosh, I don't like thinking about that.
What weapon can kill the mimics up here, actually? And Shieldon is getting to skip the hide-and-seek minigame. Oh, boy. At least mimics are easy to manipulate to do fist string strats on. But they also do a whole heart of damage, don't they?
There's our first of 2 boomerangs.
Both of which are required because we need the magic boomerang to kill Manhandla.
In the vanilla game, the boomerangs were not progressive, but in the randomizer, they are.
Similar to progressive feathers, and there's at least one other item to... Well, swords are progressive in both games. And we get another game of hide-and-seek. And fist ring Mothula.
didn't remark on commentary, but the magic boomerang chest had the round jewel in it.
Okay. Oh no! Mashy taking a reset to probably get the health back and leave.
I don't blame him for leaving after that. You know, probably just gonna come back once actually having a sword, and now it's gonna get ball fielded. Get the flippers out.
Yeah. Fist ring is useful for getting seeds, but not much else. And Sheldon is setting up Death Warp here for getting back to the entrance of D3. Was low on health, I believe.
Doing the bomb jump for this.
Putting Mashy at 7 heart max now, too.
Looking pretty comfortable for Mashy, as comfortable as it is so far. We still don't have good means of combat.
I mean, we have... For some enemies, we have Fire Slingshot.
That is true. Is Mashy gonna get this bait that was this ribbon? Mashy's gonna get it. So.
I mean, I don't think we've checked what's on the ribbon yet.
I believe, I believe we did see the ribbon checks from Phil, and I don't think they were anything.
Oh. Oh, that's what its 7th heart is, at a Tower Spring.
I think we need to have people do the overworld here. I'd say Sunken City into into Mount Cuckoo checks is probably what you want to do right now.
We did get those bananas, all those, forever ago.
Yeah, Mashy did sequence break to get that. She's gonna find D1 here.
I forgot where the bananas were.
It was out of logic in D8. Off the 3 ice chests in the second room.
So they're blocked by the other slingshot.
Yeah, logically, yes, but only when it comes to the top runners, they really don't want to care about the hyper slingshot. I'm not sure what Mashy did, but kind of messed something up and had to just whack those Floor Masters back for a sec.
We're getting the Fall Cave for the last thing. Is that our last jewel?
That's 3 of them. The last one's in the member shop.
Right, we still need members card.
Yep.
So that's where the last jewel other than the member shop one is. The one that neither of us saw on that map check. And we're getting some flippers checks. Some more of the flippers checks.
Okay.
And Shieldon's giving us our Sunken City.
Got the plaque, you got the other jack. And then there's Mount Cuckoo.
And the Master Diver gives us... What was that ring? I don't think it was useful.
Yeah, I couldn't see what it said. Another heart container right there.
We said the runners like getting heart containers early, but... they do like a little more heart items rather than hearts.
Oh, did Mashy skip the mini-boss?
It looks like it with that small key in inventory.
Maybe Mashy already knew about that.
Fist ring and bombs for Aquamentus.
I know it's lovely. We could have something blocked on the tree and have it be inaccessible right now, I think. Once the fist ring can actually grab it. I'm not sure if it can.
I believe that's only a sword can grab that.
Okay.
Because not even the ore can get you that one. And down goes Aquamentus.
I didn't see what it was.
War.
And there's Summer. It was
Oh.
the full door? Wow, this scene is so bad.
The seed is trolling these runners.
Combat, what's that? You have to find a sword that's super late.
You want to be funny right now, Fox?
Wait, yeah, what is...
Vanilla Dragon Key would be hilarious right now.
Also, I'm trying to think. Is Summer in logic right here?
Summer is in logic because you just have to be able to... We had spring.
That's a shovel right there. We had spring, but getting past those, the flowers is the big problem there.
I don't know. Is Ember Seeds a way past it? Because it did burn them.
Well, nah, you have Gale Seeds. I think that's...
How about
Oh
a Dragon
my God.
Key? Wow.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's probably... Wait.
So what dungeon do we want to see here?
I agree with Fiery, probably 5.
I could agree with 5. 4 I could agree with. Basically, we want this to not be number 7. Because who wants to go to 7 with no weapons? Oh look! It's 7!
I'm just noping out.
I would leave 2. These are not linked games. The run will end with Onyx.
Oh, Mashy might be confused on where to go. Right here.
Possibly. I don't think he's figured out that D5 entrance is accessible right off. But it looks like he might be going there now. Rare Peach Stone.
I'm still thinking about whether or not Summer's in Logic right here.
That is a good question.
I think what we have left is... Like, if it is not in Logic, I think all we have is the desert, right?
Yeah. If it is in Logic, these 2 checks here.
Another thing I do want to mention is that Shieldon kind of skipped one check out of D6, which was the one in the back. That's annoying to get to. And you have all 3 keys.
North of Spinner?
Yeah, north of the spinner.
And we have our Mothula fight taken down for the cape!
Oh my gosh!
We've got 3 different excellent item layouts right now.
This
That
is a
cape is
seed right
huge.
here. This is a seed right here.
And we have a seed satchel upgrade, which is great because now we have a seed refill on our Pegasus seeds to 50.
Fiery's saying Summer is in Logic. Okay. I assume it's because of Gale's
We do have Gales. I forgot about that.
It is Embers and then plus Gales slightly too. Okay. We'll figure out who rolls the seed at the end because we're not paying attention to I don't think we actually know who rolled it.
That would be Mashy rolled this one.
Oh, Mashy rolled this one?
Those levers were being very rude. Useful thing for some areas of this, the level 1 boomerang does stun Armos Knights. I think Shieldon wants something other than health right now.
So, Agashi-sama, there is in fact a multi-world for this.
And then...
Oh, Masher's gonna use the boomerang to get out of here.
Just has to get multi-kills here with the... and
gets a bomb drop.
Refill.
It's just with the main branch currently. You can multi-world between seasons and ages. You can't do the cross items currently.
One of my favorite facts that we got to see here that I didn't know when playing this as a kid was those crystals in like D6 can be picked up instead of sword slashed. Or from another race I watched, lit on fire.
Bo did great moblin here. Just get some bombs.
How did those not blow up with the rest of the castle? And north of Spinner is a map.
I'm getting the shield out of desert.
So where do you go now?
I think it's D7? What was the rain by chance?
And then, oh, I don't think anyone's checked this Natsu check here.
Oh, right. Nobody's gone over here. Green. It was green ring. That's actually pretty. I think that's okay.
I was very excited seeing gold something ring, and then it turned out to be the gold luck ring and not the gold joy ring.
Yeah.
Does that just add to the game trolling us?
I'd say yes. So in terms of our items, we just don't know where we need the member card, we need a sword, and we need the second boomerang. And the second boomerang can be it's actually right now like the second boomerang is notoriously a bad item to find. And then there's the Naoki. Thank you, Furry.
Yeah, we need the... But other than that... I think we're getting close to what we need. The problem is just, with no sword and no sense seeds, our combat capabilities are terrible.
Not even an expert ring in sight, and then there's the literal fool's or block behind the sword.
And shielding is a lucky play with the Great Moblin, getting the bomb drop very early.
Yep, no swords over an hour in. This seed's kind of mean about weapons. So doing bomb Aquamentus and takes him down.
Mashy's about to get the bad news here soon.
Yep. So this Fool's Ore item, if anybody's wondering, this Fool's Ore,
can we get it?
It's very powerful. Mashy's going for it.
Nope.
More Mashy.
I mean, I'd want that right now, too, with the way the combat situation is in this seed.
Yes, Cemetery, I didn't have as much homework this weekend as I did last weekend.
We don't know which one of these three is winning, because they've all found things that the others haven't. And it kind of depends on how long it takes some of them to get to those places. Especially for Mashy to get that cape, with Mothula being completely isolated right now.
At least it's on a boss, but it's still annoying to get back to. You know what else we haven't seen? The beach check in Subrosia.
We have. It was a...
Oh, we did see it.
It was a piece of heart.
Okay. I didn't see it.
Mashy actually wants the bombs, but to be fair, at 4 bombs, it's kind of good to get the refill.
Ashley's getting more rupees just to make sure he has member card access.
And the question is, where is that member's card?
You know what could be possible here? We could have the members card in D7 leading to Sword and Tarm.
Oh no.
It's entirely possible at this point.
That's 11 hearts for Mashy.
Shieldon got the slingshot back. I think Foe's really gonna have to go get those flippers soon. They're kind of walling right now, especially with the fact that that Shovel's up on Mount Kako. You really do need to go and get that. Ashley's gonna get the surprise dragon key here.
Oh, and I think that's our first maple sighting this seat.
That's totally sensible due to the fact that they have been so starved on combat that Maple only spawns once you do enough combat kills. That's how limited they are in their active right now. I think we have to go into D7 right here. Okay, alright, Foe's gotten into D6, so look at the news on this flipper spot with the jewel.
Dry-Eyed Class Lake has been checked. Shieldon checked that after getting Summer and coming down the mountain. So, hopefully Mashy checks what's in D7 for us.
Not just bail out. Okay, going further. This is the right place to go.
Thing is, at least one of these next two checks is a key. Oh, we have Gale Slingshot. We can get rid of the Wizrobes.
Yeah, with Gale Slingshot you can get rid of the reserves.
There. Excuse me, did you just call a member's card?
Yeah, I did!
Okay, cool. Do you just save and quit and go back down to town now?
I think Mashy's leaving.
Even if we don't get a sword, that member's card is access to Tarm and our scent seeds at last.
There we can actually do combat! And it can be behind the cape! Mothio's in logic with that.
I mean, Fiery, you know that the check there isn't logical without all 5 keys.
I think he's stuck. And there's Magic Boomerang too. Okay, that's nice to have.
That is nice to have.
So we're really looking for a sword.
We need a sword and a gnarled key?
And a gnarl key.
But yeah, you go straight up to Tarm now, because... Mostly because you want those scent seeds, if I'm going to be completely honest here. To answer a question, Chow, if you would go for the Fool's Ore when you find a sword, absolutely. Do you think we have a vanilla sword?
I think we might have 2 vanilla swords.
I mean, we can't have 2 vanilla swords. We already checked Hero's Cave.
Oh yeah, we might have one on locked on the Maker Tree. Is what I really meant.
A sword-locked sword. Alright, Shieldon's made it back to D7.
Gonna get the progression off the members card.
And we are going all the way to the left. For a sword on the Noble Sword pedestal! Sword behind members card! We finally have combat, Fox!
We do! And... once Mashy goes back to Mothula, he's in go.
Gnarled key.
Oh yeah, Gnarl Key. So we could have a bet for Gnarl Key, and it can be pretty much anywhere.
It can be anywhere except for... whatever dungeon's not up here.
Yeah.
We have even more combat!
Like, all your combat options locked behind Tarm. That is unreal.
Shieldon did not have the rupees being picked up along the way, so is doing some shovel manips to get money. If you hard reset your game, load in quickly, do 7 screen transitions, and then start digging, you will get a 100 rupee out of the 7th screen. Alright, and it looks like Gnarled Key blocks Dungeon 5.
So... Dungeon 5 go mode ain't great.
I mean, let's be honest, neither is Dungeon 4.
That's true. At least they don't really have to go mode 4 right here. Just Assume Bosky is vanilla.
The other good news is we got Sensies before having to do D4.
That is true. There's this that allows you to do the Sensi strap for Goma.
Two keys in left side D4. We're hoping that there's nothing either locked behind one of the slingshot or boss key checks here, or that there's nothing at all behind pot push, because we don't want to do pot push. Pot push is slow.
So if we don't find 5 keys before the mini boss, then we have a key on pot push. If not, then there's something else.
Which we hope at that point is the map or compass. And also, Chad is correct. Dungeon 4's music is a jam.
One item out of here.
If one of the next 2 checks is not a small key, we have a small key on pot push.
I would like to get a bet going for the gnarl key if possible. For chat to place a bet. Because it can be anywhere except for in Dungeon 5 at this point. It's typically when we have randomizers we can set bets up like that.
Foe is going to go get member's card. Might do more in Dungeon 7.
So we have something else on pot push.
Now we hope to see 2 items in the next 3 checks. Because I don't know if we've seen map and compass.
Have we seen boss key?
Boss key's on one of them. I think. And this boss fight, that I know it's a different name, I always refer to as Aghanim, but
I don't remember the name of that one. This splits into 3, and then you have to just light the torch and actually find which one's which. Okay, there's the boss key.
behind small key number 2.
Map.
There's a map. Your fans are showing up today, Fox. And we are getting some extra checks here in D7 from Foe.
Well,
That
there's
is-
the Bosky.
That has some logical implications with that spot.
Yeah, so that chest, despite normal logic wanting to use the key to get to the Poe fight, that chest is logically gated by 5 keys.
Which means that there is a chance we have something in the... You can fight the Poes with the Rod of Seasons.
Yeah, apparently so. We're gonna see Goma here from Mashy.
Normally you're supposed to get the claw off of Goma here, but there is a lineup you can do to hit it past the claw, and it's a lot easier to manage this fight if you don't take off the claw.
When you take off the claw, it's very RNG heavy. So I don't think we need to do pop push. Like it really just depends on whether or not Mashy exits out.
Oh boy, I think we had a compass in the first check.
Oh, we did. Okay, so there's an item here.
So, pot push. We have 8 switches and we gotta push pots onto them. And you're about to see why we don't like them. Foe is having fun with these.
You know, I didn't realize this until now. Foe orphaned the boomerang in D3. The boomerang was the mimic chest in D3, Jangler.
Oh no.
That's really bad.
That's really bad.
So Mashy has instead to go back, the cape's on the boss. But the mimic chest, that could easily be a last location.
Yeah, especially with D3 being D7.
Oh, so the pop push was a validation rupee.
It was the single rupee. Oh, not only did we have to pop push, but it was legitimately nothing. And the good news is, we are going right back to D3 now.
Now she's gonna get that cape. We'll be able to beat D7 after this. We'll also be able to go probably finish out D6. We'll just have to see what's there too.
The good news is, Shieldon has not gone into Dungeon 3, I don't think. Or at least hasn't gone through more of it, because still has the boss to take back, because Shieldon also doesn't have the cape, or the boomerang.
Ashley's going to check the one thing here, I think.
No, just going to D7.
Just going to D7, okay.
I would assume grabbing fools are on the way.
Fool's Orb's gonna be a big damage buff.
Just the damage increase on Gleok alone will be huge enough to warrant grabbing it, I would assume. Let alone the Onyx fight that's coming up. Especially when it has changed seasons to spring to get up to Dungeon 7 anyways. That actually worked out beautifully to get rid of one of those.
Now Mashy's all decked out on combat for the siege, so no more combat issues for him.
This is a real boss fight we're seeing here.
Oh, I'd say so.
I'm interested in this fight with the Poe sisters here.
Yeah, so probably said before, but you really don't want to lose your the candles out. Once they go out, you get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Not only can you use the rock as a weapon, it's the best weapon in the game.
I think the only weapon that's generally better is if you play a secret one, then Master Sword with Red Ring is stronger. That's it.
One down. And everybody clap your hands, we have a Poe sister defeat with the Rod of Seasons.
That is the major improvising right there.
Meanwhile, Shieldon brings down Goma. Can we kill Gleok with this loadout on Foe's screen?
I have no clue.
Honestly, I hope so, because that'd be amazing. Uh-oh. That's a gnarled key. That is go mode for Mashy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, Mashy's got a big lead now.
That check is very isolated for Foe, because Foe did not have a way to kill the Magnadesus.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate. I don't think that's really rigged. I think the big thing to keep in mind here is,
The big thing to keep in mind here is, I believe Mashy plays this. It plays this the most out of the three of them because I believe that's
yes.
Mashy is the one of the most common regulars for the weeklies and such.
Guard or in the back.
Well, are you ready to see this Gleeok fight now?
Oh, it's gonna take forever. The fistering does like 1 damage, right? So this fight's gonna take a while.
Shieldon finishing up Dungeon 1. It's also very possible, and almost likely, Mashy's going to get here, start the fight, finish the fight, before Foe is done with the first phase, possibly. This is beautiful maneuverability from Foe just for this fight, though. Dodging all this fire from Gleeok is not easy.
There goes Gleeok for Master. That's how much damage Fulgor does, by the way.
I don't think Foe gets through this fight. Can we kill this other head before... We did, we got to phase 2.
Problem here is if he gets that jump from the second phase of Gleeok, it stuns you. So if he gets stunned, he's dead, pretty much.
So you have to go for effectively 1 hit at a time. Foe currently has a rhythm.
Well, there's the boss key out of D8. So we're looking for a fast D8 here. So I think she's gonna go for the HSS skip.
This is the one undead enemy that doesn't take rod damage, I just learned. Foe just killed Gleeok with fist string. On restream.
Mashy got first try HSS skip. If you were here for the season speedrun earlier, they explained in broader detail how the HSS skip works. Frame perfect, pixel perfect, double frame perfect, I believe.
a very, very difficult bomb jump. Fiery's confirming it is a double frame perfect bomb jump, so... Fiery Blizzard in chat is our tech advisor for this commentary. Huge shoutouts to him for all of his input and comments.
And a second key. So Mashy finds 2 keys in the bag. He's good to go. Should be able to. You just need 4 keys to beat the dungeon. The big thing is he needs to be a little careful just because just the keys, like if you don't have enough keys to finish, you can get stuck just because the logic does not expect for you to get back here.
Yeah. Hyper Slingshot Skip is not a logical access to back here. So...
It's not even logically accessible back here for hard logic either.
So I believe that means there's at least... I don't remember how many keys it takes to get you to the back half of the dungeon from the front, logically. I want to say 4.
It's 4 to get back here.
Which means there are 3 keys. There are 3 keys in the front half. One of which we know is in the ice hard hat beetle room.
Yeah, there's one guaranteed there. Still on getting the cape. Alright, there's key number 3 for Mashy. Need 1 more. Alright, there's key 4. Alright.
And there is our go mode for Dungeon 8. But we need 3 keys back here because we need to open the door at the top of this next room, the block in the room after, and there's a block leading to Medusa Head, if I'm correct. Shieldon going to Dungeon 6. And Foe is giving us the Great Furnace.
Unfortunately, not keeping in mind the fact that the...
No! So that is the second...
That is terrible.
That is the second sword, logically inaccessible because of key logic for Dungeon 2.
That other... He gets rewarded with the sword behind Gleeok.
Behind Gleeok. I forgot about that portion.
Yeah, the blue orb was on Gleeok.
These hard beetles are not being nice to Mashy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a question for the interview.
Oh. That means that Foe can get the Vanilla Noble Sword. I feel bad for Foe in this race, because this race has not been kind. But also, Foe has been the quality content we needed for this race. Okay, so Vire is a fun mini-boss, right?
Fire is definitely a fun mini-boss. Very RNG dependent on the, especially last phase. It's really annoying. But should be able to cheese it just by using that, the tools, or after using sword, like so. Skip the last phase of the fight.
Phase 3 is the one where he tries to stay away from you as long as humanly possible, isn't it?
Yes.
Alright, there's one key. We need... I believe our go mode situation for D5 is 2 keys and a big key.
Yep.
Problem is, half this dungeon is locked behind like 3 or 4 keys. So we find a lot of keys early in this dungeon.
Getting our first make it tree check. Just send bombs.
You know it's a good day when you do your Maku Tree vanilla gnarl key check, and Maku Tree has spread his roots out wide for you. That many essences. Oh, she did it earlier.
Alright. Yeah, just unfortunate for Shieldon. Just bailed out of D7 when she really shouldn't have. And that really burned her pretty hard with the members card blocking the logical sword here.
On the other hand, I don't really blame her, just because Dungeon 7, if there's nothing in those first couple checks, the rest of Dungeon 7 is such an awful slog to navigate with no weapons. Also, Manhandle is the worst boss fight in this game, in my opinion. Will Foe get the Hyper Slingshot skip?
I don't think it's anywhere on his mind for that first boomerang.
There's our boss key. I believe that's our final piece of Go mode.
Did Mashy get the boss key out of D6, or was it behind the magic boomerang?
It's behind Magic Boomerang. I think it's... I don't remember if it was Vanilla or below Vire, but they're both right there.
Okay, I think it might have just been Vanilla. I think I saw the other one.
Foe showing us that, yes, flutes will kill Pulse Voices because Pulse Voices dislike sound. Kind of like Dig Doggers. Speaking of Dig Doggers, this Dig Dogger's fun. You just slide this giant metal ball into a giant Dig Dogger to split them up into little Dig Doggers.
If you want to know how much damage the Fool's Sword really does, like, that's a big example of it. The Fool's Sword can actually just one-shot the small limbs of Dig Dogger. That's how much damage it does per hit.
Also, Shieldon showed us post-skip. Unfortunately, this is the one seed it does not pay off, really.
The boss key's up at the front.
And Shieldon will be in Go mode here shortly. This does make you wonder, Fox, where is the Hyper Slingshot to put Dungeon 8 into logic?
No idea at this point.
I'm wondering if, given we've seen most of everything else, it's in Dungeon 8.
I don't think we saw all of D5, but it's either in D5 or in D8. Yeah, folks skipped the null key. It was in D7.
It was behind the Magnudesus, and he did not have a weapon to kill the Magnudesus with.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a hard required double tip of D7. There's no way around it for that null key. So he's missing that null key and the first boomerang, which is in D3.
And Mashy just has to climb the rest of D6 to go fight Manhandla.
Actually, Foe has Hyper Slingshot, so literally
Foe
just
didn't have
it.
Hyper Slingshot going into this.
Yep. It looks like it was in the D8 version. Was it in the chest? Did anybody see? Because I was not looking at the screen. Was it vanilla?
It was not vanilla. I think it was the magnet chest.
Okay. Oh, the spinner chest? Alright, that... So, there's your French vanilla hyper slingshot.
Just to add to the humor of this amazing seed.
Who done this? Mashy did.
It took us, what, an hour and a half to get away from fist string only combat?
Like an hour 20, I think? And then the seed really was short after that, at least.
Oh hey, a power ring. Does that count as a damage upgrade on the last boss we kill?
I think it's a small one. I don't think Mashy got the green ring because I forgot where that was. Unless if that was in the like the chest in Western Woods, the one blocked by water.
Whoever thought that putting hard hat beetles on ice was a good idea? We had to get the item from the Maku tree before we can get the Maku seeds.
Yeah, you have to get the item first.
On the bright side, it's a bomb refill, so Mashy has full bombs going for Onyx's castle. Great for facade.
Well, I think one thing we should note about the Fool's Sword, despite making combat very easy for the most part, for the first two phases of Onyx, you can't damage him with the Fool's Sword. You can only use spin attacks.
He is only harmed by spin attacks because even like in linked games, while Ganon can't be harmed with Noble Sword swings, but can with Master Sword swings, even the level 3 Master Sword does not harm Onyx without spinning.
Yep, just 3 rooms here. Both just finished the 8.
Decent RNG out of Facade today. Oh, but does miss one of the bombs.
Yeah, just minor time waste for missing that bomb at least.
And Onyx takes a lot of spins to kill with a wooden sword.
Why not use the Fool's Ore? You can't on this phase of the fight.
Yeah, Onyx is immune to the Fool's Ore. He is no fool. Right, and down goes Onyx the first time, and now the dragon. This phase, on the other hand, does take Fool's Ore damage.
And it's gonna go really quick as long as Mashy can keep the walk going.
1,
One,
2, 3.
and 3. And that's it for Mashy. Mashy's dead.
That is a
Use it.
official win for Mashy. First place. And I believe we'll just use Mashy's timer to determine that finish. But 2:06, approximately 29.
So, I am not aware. I'm not sure if Shieldon's actually comfortable with HSS yet.
I believe Shieldon is comfortable doing it. It just takes several tries.
Okay.
At least based on conversation from a race I had with her a couple weeks ago.
Alright. The boss key for her right there. Just gonna go beat the dungeon now.
This is one of my favorite fights to have Fool's Ore because 1, 2, and down goes Sager. Looks like a couple of eaten down inputs missing the quick jump across the magnet rooms. And Dig Dogger goes down for Shieldon. All that remains for Shieldon is Dungeon 8, I believe.
That is correct. going for this. Nice. Nice, you got that. I'm just wondering if we're gonna be doing interviews for this. Or talk about the seed.
I'm not certain, but at the very least, we can keep going for until we're told to stop. Now let's see how Shieldon's Hyper Slingshot skip goes.
Got it first try.
Excellent.
So, two of our runners getting it first try.
And Fogod after second or third, I believe.
Should be a quick D8 from here once she gets the keys from the bottom.
Luckily, keys were easy to come across in this run.
Yeah, the key layout for D8 is very nice here. Like, the boss key being where it was is probably one of the best places for it, because you always check those 3 checks.
I'm just glad it wasn't a bunch of keys in the front seat.
Oh yeah. That's entirely possible. That does happen.
Although, honestly, I will admit, I enjoy seeing those deaths, because that means they can't just Hyper Slingshot skip half the dungeon. Since I can't... I'm one of the runners who can't do HSS skip at this time.
I haven't learned it yet, but that's primarily because when it comes to oracles, I tend to play Ages first. So, that's where I stand, at least.
Oh, hey. We're getting our last pot push.
Hello.
Okay.
And welcome, Mashy.
GG's.
Thanks. That was a very interesting seed.
That was a fun one. I'm glad to have gotten to experience that from here and not behind a controller.
Yeah, that first, hour was really something. Not having a sword for forever, finding the Fool's Orb but not being able to get it.
I've had a sword up there before, locked behind Fool's Orb.
First sword on pedestal is probably the greatest thing we could have asked for this seed.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And chat wants us to tell you that there's a foe fought the Gleok in D7 with only a fist string.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds great.
So the blue ore on Gleok plus a red ore, which was logically inaccessible in D2, gave you the other sword.
The other sword was on Furnace? Oh, wow.
Yes.
The other sword was on Furnace.
Where was Hyper Slingshot?
It was French Vanilla in D8.
In D8.
Okay.
It was the spinner chest, I think.
It's the front half of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it has to be front half.
It has to be. Logically.
The big problem Foe's running into is he did not do the mimic check in D3, and because of doing the swordless D7, did not have a way to fight the Magnedesus.
Oh. Having Fist Ring for most of the seed was really something, because Fist Ring is not logical as a weapon, but still wanted to use it because we wanted to conserve seeds.
And there is the last essence for Shieldon.
She'll be finishing real soon. Fortunately, Sheila had a big lead, just bailed out of D7 without checking the front, and spent a long time getting back to it. Because the members card locked the logical sword in the seed. And it was just really unfortunate.
Oh wow, I just watched the clip. That was good.
This seed is its own special kind of fun, and it was perfect for this marathon.
Yeah, we got to show off a lot of cool things with this seed. A lot of swordless strats, a lot of unique things that you probably wouldn't see in most seasons rando seeds.
Yeah, more often than not, more seeds are streamlined, and then we got this today.
I knew it was going to be a good seed when it was a feather in the first chest.
As soon as you see fall in the starting area, you're looking at feather about like 50% of the time.
And they're always fun seeds, from what I've experienced. And the fact that it went from single check to single check after for the first like half hour was amazing.
Yeah, like I was last location in basically everything because there was nothing available.
Is it a last location if it's the only option?
There wasn't really other options at all for a long while. Like, that's what. Go get your feather. That gives you Moosh's flute to go get that. It just was a chain of items, just like one item to the next.
You have a question in chat, Mashy, about how happy you were to find the market portal was in Horon Village.
Oh, that was great. It was perfect. 10 out of 10.
We were wondering if it was going to be a case of you have to go the entire long way around again.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Hey, let's go all the way back.
I was also a fan that
I do that so many times.
I was also a fan that your Blano progression was to get bombs off of Marco.
Yeah, the star ore off of Blano. But luckily, I had enough rupees anyway, so I didn't need to worry about it. But to logically put it in logic, you needed to do Blano, because there wasn't enough to get both the bombs and do Blano. Because you need 30 rupees to get the bombs.
Star Horror. Oh my gosh, that is. I don't even know what to say about that.
All right, and there goes Onyx for Shieldon. So get your GGs in chat for Supreme Shieldon. Somewhere in the 222.05 range, I believe.
Not sure how long it's going to take. Okay. Alright, so I think this is back to D7 for the one check for foe.
I believe so.
Doing that before getting the other one, and both of them were required. It's gonna feel so bad.
Yeah. That boomerang is extremely isolated. And having your go mode item be the last item at the D7 entrance is not ideal. Your audio is coming through as game audio. But welcome, Supreme Shieldon.
GG.
We'll give you a minute to sort out the microphone problem.
Actually, got another question from Fiery. So, it's asking, does this feed make you banned from generating weeklies?
Well, if no one else is gonna generate the weeklies, I guess I can't be banned, but I probably should be.
Okay, I should be good now. Sorry about that.
I'm a fan of the rule that all seeds are bad, no matter who rolls them. And also, GG Shieldon.
GG.
GG.
It was a rough start.
Yeah. I was a fan of the fact that this was a Sword on Noble Sword pedestal seed.
That was pretty funny.
The other sword's on the furnace.
Of course it is.
The logically inaccessible furnace.
Oh wow. At least Fool's Sword was immediately accessible as soon as you got the sword.
Oh, just pause.
It doesn't get better from here.
Yeah, the boomerang is completely isolated. It's gonna take a while to get it.
Yeah. Foe had the unfortunate thing of, because of the fistering situation, skipped the mimic check in D3.
What was the mimic check? What was the boomerang? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a boomerang.
Yep,
But he did
it was a
early?
boomerang.
That's the only item Foe doesn't have for go mode.
Because I avoided like every dungeon if I could, which didn't end up working out too well, but in the the end I did at least make the right choice by going to Dungeon 7 when I did.
I think you would have had a huge lead had you dipped Dungeon 7 on your first visit. You were ahead up until that point when you bailed out of Dungeon 7.
Yeah. Did I have Slingshot at that point?
Yes.
You did not.
Oh, did not. I don't think Shieldon had the ability to do Wizrobe Room.
I mean, you could. It'd be a little bit of shenanigans. So I think you could just drop them, drop Gale Seeds onto them.
Yeah.
Or punch them,
but
I
that's
believe.
not really great.
I did consider that after my struggles in Dungeon 2 with Seeds, I decided to just try to find something else to do.
Fox and I have both stated that this seed showed you a lot of everything that this randomizer can do, which is fantastic for a marathon setting.
Thankfully, it wasn't too mean. I think it could have been more mean, but
it did give you a lot of hearts.
Yeah,
I had a lot of them, even when I didn't have a sword.
I think everybody ended up with 11.
Yeah, we had a lot of health, and it wasn't too hard to do damage and stuff. Fist Ring obviously isn't supposed to be a weapon, but it ended up being the primary weapon for a good majority of the seed, just because I wanted to conserve a lot of seeds. I was running low on everything because we didn't have scent seeds until Tarm.
Yeah, that was rough. No scent seeds.
I never thought I'd see a day where not having scent seeds because they're Tarm locked would be a detriment to the run.
I had the same thing happen in a seed not too long ago, where scent seeds run Tarm runes and I was without a proper weapon for a long time. So it can happen.
I think the biggest thing to be glad of with the Sensi location is that D4 was in Tarm.
Yeah, that worked out really well for fighting Goma.
Yeah, only having Ember Seeds for Goma would have been absolutely brutal.
I mean, it's doable, but you just have to be a little bit more precise with your shots.
Or hopefully find the upgraded satchel, too.
Yeah.
By the way, folks,
did anyone find that?
Oh.
I got this upgraded satchel.
It was in
Early, I think.
It was in one of the Eyeglass Lake summer checks.
Okay.
Alright, how far is Foya away from the boomerang?
I don't know how long it's gonna take them to find it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna take him a bit, because with it being as isolated as it is, it kind of depends on where Foe goes from here.
Is it just the boomerang in Dungeon 3 left?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very orphaned.
Yeah, but if I was him, I'd probably pick that, go with that last out of everything.
That said, I think it is coming down to his last location for it too.
Alright, I guess we're gonna give him 5 more minutes to find it, and then we're gonna have to mercy kill it at some point.
That's understandable.
Yeah, sadly.
We're on a marathon. We do have to keep a schedule a bit.
Yep, indeed. First, I was a little concerned we would be done too early. And I got pushed around a little.
That's the thing with rando. Like, you miss one check, and all of a sudden you're losing 20 minutes.
And Foe does not have an idea where to go from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have just forgotten that you left something there.
Trying to think what he missed.
Okay, gonna ask him what he thinks about the run, if he wants to continue or not. And then we'll hear. And Fiery, I did sleep like an hour, and I will probably get some more soon-ish during the next long run. Luckily, I need to.
While we're waiting on a response from Foe, I would like to give a big thanks to Trez for putting so much time into this weekend.
My pleasure. Alright, Foy decided to tap out. I can understand that. I hope he's coming in.
Looks like he's in the waiting room.
Oh yeah.
So.
Hey buddy!
Hello, GG's.
GG.
GG.
Jeez. I feel like I was playing a different game. Where was it?
Back of D3 on the Mimic
Hey,
chest,
buddy.
that's where it was.
There's
Hello,
no way.
GG's.
Vanilla feather chest.
GG.
Yeah.
GG.
That's crazy. Because when I mathed it out, I thought that was not an item. So that's cool. Awesome.
Back
so
of
I have a question. Sorry, I know that I'm just coming in here. Did you
Vanilla
also
feather
fight
chest.
Gliok
Yep.
and Mothula without sword and everything? Or was I just playing a different game?
I attempted Mothula without a sword, and then I bailed. I did not go into D7. I did the front 2 checks and bailed out of D7.
Mm.
Yeah, I avoided doing like every dungeon if I could. I think the dongle was the only boss I fought without a sword, so and that's not even a problem.
Chat did love your Gliok fight, just so you're aware.
I hope so. I mean, I felt like, one, I knew I was going to lose, but two, I thought that I was like shaking during that fight because I got down to a heart with like when I got both the heads down, and I was like, if I die to the easiest part of this fight, I'm gonna cry, and so yeah, I hope it was at least entertaining. Also, I don't know if Chad will appreciate this, but in Dungeon 8, when I was taking the ice chunk, the last one, to the minecart, that blue Wizrobe that was sniping me, and I almost threw that ice chunk off the screen. I had a very clutch last second turn to the right, so I didn't lose it, and it was beautiful, and that was the best part of the entire run, and it'll go, it was pretty cool.
It will go down in history.
For me personally.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, but that was rough for not having a sword for a long time for me,
Yeah.
and I guess just me.
Mashy's
I mean,
banned.
that's what happens when we roll the seed 2 seconds before we are about to start.
That was crazy. The instant feather into Moosh into I don't know what Moosh's Natsu actually looks like, so I'm crying. It was like a whole thing.
Alright, Mashy, how many spheres was that? That was just one item to the neck for like
Let
the
me
first
pull
half
up
hour.
the spoiler log. Let's see.
I'm guessing 16.
20.
20.
20.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god.
That's
That is-
unbelievable. That's the most I've heard in a normal one of these.
That's
most
wild.
Of items in a sphere is 3.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, that's a big oof, I want to say.
Big oof. Big oof. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun for the most. It was fun until Mashy said "done," and I was still missing 3 essences, and I was like, "Oh, this is not fun anymore." I'm not. This is rough.
That's how it
So-
goes usually.
Oh, I do have to mention, were you aware that the sword he got on Furnace was logically inaccessible?
Nope. Was I
So
doing?
that
Did I
red-
do a hard logic break?
No, it's a key logic thing. The red ore was
It
in
was
the
the
back
D2.
of D2.
Yeah. Okay. So I
Yes.
thought about it. I thought about it at the time, and I disregarded it, and I was like, okay, it's probably fine because I didn't feel like thinking about the math or like the key math at that time. So then I got it. That's wild. That means that. Yeah, there were a lot of things
Yeah.
that went wrong there. I did a lot of things that you were not supposed to do.
Mhm.
It's all good. It happens. It was still a very fun showcase. I want to thank you all three for doing it, Mashy, Supreme, and for you got it. Also, thank you so much to our commentators, to Zeke and to Fox, and to our 2 trackers that stepped up. To Miserio Fox, who stepped up on short notice, and to Madagascar Dave. That was amazing. We're gonna wrap up here and go to the next run on the schedule, which is our second bonus run. It's Zelda 4 Dawn, Zelda 64 Dawn and Dusk. I hope you're all gonna be back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. See you very soon.